Welcome back, everybody. We are diving into Genesis chapter 49 today
Oh, yeah.
from my Christian space. This one's,
It's a good one.
it's a doozy, right? We're talking Jacob, we're talking his sons, but
Right.
like on another level.
Yeah.
It's not just, hey, sons, how are you doing?
Right.
It's blessings, it's prophecies.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a sneak peek into the future of the 12 tribes of Israel.
Well, and not just a sneak peek. I think my Christian space would say it's
Oh, yeah, good point, good point.
it's a little more than a sneak peek. This is like
Yeah.
some major pronouncements.
Major pronouncements.
Jacob knows he's on his deathbed,
Right,
so he calls all his sons together, and it's not just to say goodbye.
right.
It's to reveal what he believes will happen in the Acharit Hayamim,
Okay, so Acharit
in
Hayim,
the end of days.
end of days, we're talking like,
Yeah, culmination.
yeah, culmination, big picture stuff.
Yeah,
Not just like next week.
right. Not just, hey, watch out for your brother Simeon.
Right,
He's
exact.
going to steal your sandals.
Exact. This is big.
It's big stuff.
So like if I was in that room,
Yeah.
I'd be like
I'd be taking notes.
taking notes for sure. Like, wow, this is
Yeah.
heavy stuff.
And then on top of it,
Yeah.
my Christian space connects it directly to Yeshua Messiah.
Right. Jesus.
Yeah.
So we're talking about like Old Testament,
Yeah.
but with a direct line
Yeah.
to the New Testament,
Yeah.
which is super interesting
Yeah.
to see that connection so clearly made.
It's huge.
So it's not just about these 12 sons, it's about
Right.
us today and like what does this mean
What does it mean?
for us
Yeah.
thousands of years later?
Right.
Okay, so we got to start with Reuben,
Okay.
the firstborn.
The firstborn son.
You would think
Yeah, you'd think.
like you're set.
Golden child.
Golden child, you got the birthright.
Yep.
It's all good.
Oh, it
But
is.
he's described as unstable as water.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
Like, what does that even mean?
What does that mean?
Right.
Well, it's directly related to his actions.
Okay.
He has this moment of impulsivity
Mm-hmm.
and compromises his position by sleeping with his father's concubine.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, big consequences.
Big consequences.
Right. We're not talking like
It's not just
grounded for a week.
you're grounded.
Right.
No. This is his legacy.
Legacy.
Forever.
Wow. And it makes me think like how often do we
Oh, yeah.
let that impulsivity get in the way, you know? That unstable water,
Mm.
it really resonates like
Powerful imagery.
it is
Yeah.
because our choices, they're not just ours.
Great.
They ripple outwards, they impact everyone around us.
It's like a stone in a pond.
Exactly.
You know, those ripples just keep going.
Yeah, and for Reuben, those ripples cost him big time.
Yeah, he loses that inherent
Yeah. And
birthright.
he was supposed to.
The firstborn son.
Should have been.
And it's gone.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it really highlights this point that I think we're going to see
Yeah.
again and again in these blessings,
Okay.
which is it's not enough to have the power
Right.
or the potential.
It's how you use it.
It's how you use it.
Right.
It's about aligning your choices with something bigger.
Yes.
Let's say a higher purpose.
A higher purpose. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we get to
Yeah.
Simeon and Levi,
Oh, boy.
two brothers.
Two brothers.
Who really make us think about
Yeah.
where's the line.
Yeah. Where is the line?
Right.
Where's that line between
Right.
seeking justice
Right.
and then becoming the very thing that you're
Yes.
fighting against?
Yes.
That-
It's so easy to
Yeah.
cross that line, I think.
Absolutely.
Sometimes without even realizing it.
Right.
Their story, it's intense.
It's a tough one.
Their sister Dinah is
Right.
violated,
Yeah.
and they are understandably
Rightfully so.
angry,
Angry.
furious. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. Right.
What they're going through,
Yeah.
but it's the way they handle it.
That's where things get dicey.
That's where things get dicey.
Right.
The text is very clear
Mm-hmm.
that their methods
Yeah.
were not okay.
Not in line with
Right.
covenant.
Not the way you're supposed to handle it.
Not how God would want you to
Right.
respond.
It even uses the word deceit.
yeah.
Like they were
Conspiracy.
conspiring
Mhm.
instead of, like coming together
Right.
with good intentions.
It wasn't counsel, it was conspiracy.
It was conspiracy, and
Yeah.
it makes you think, like, how often do we
It's very human.
take that justice into our own hands?
Right.
And it goes too far.
Right. Yeah, where is that line
Where's that line?
between righteous anger?
Because anger is not always bad.
Right. You can be angry.
All right.
And there might be a righteous anger there, but how do you
How do you
respond to it appropriately.
Right.
Yeah.
How do we balance that?
Yes.
With compassion.
Yes.
And with
And make sure that it's
Right.
truly justice,
Right.
not just
vengeance.
masquerading
It's a tough one,
as justice.
but it's something we have to wrestle with.
We do.
Yeah.
And I think ultimately it goes back to that.
I think so too.
Obedience.
Not just in our actions,
Right.
but in our hearts as well.
It's about that alignment.
Yes.
Aligning your heart, your
It's
intention
just that divine will.
with the divine.
Right. It's like those superhero movies. You know,
Oh, I love that.
it's not enough to have the superpowers.
Right. It's
And
how you use them.
It's how you use them.
that makes you the hero,
That's what makes you the hero
not a
or
villain.
the villain.
Right.
And that's a good question to ask ourselves.
Yeah.
Are we using our gifts
Yes.
for good?
Yeah. It's true. We do have to kind of wrestle with that, you know?
We do.
Where is that line? And am I the good guy? Are you
Am I the bad guy?
Yeah.
That's right.
It's scary sometimes.
It is. It's a good thing to think about.
Okay, so moving on, we got Judah,
Okay.
another brother.
Another brother.
And his story.
Yeah.
It's big. It's full of promise.
The big one. Yeah. Full of promise.
And kind of
Little mystery too.
little mystery. Yeah, like what does it all mean?
Right.
He's definitely depicted as like
The leader.
the leader, the one who's going to be,
Yeah.
calling the shots.
Right. The text uses some pretty strong words
Oh, yeah.
like lion,
Okay.
scepter. We're
Mhm.
talking royalty lineage,
Yeah.
dominion.
Dominion, he's going to be ruling.
That's right.
And this is where our source is like
Oh, yeah.
really driving home that connection
The Yeshua connection.
with Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is
Big time.
big time foreshadowing.
It even points out that
Go.
Judah sounds like the Hebrew word for praise.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like
Wow.
another layer.
Another layer.
This whole prophecy.
Wow, so much going on with Judah.
Right. And then on top of it all,
Yeah.
you've got this beautiful imagery of abundance,
Tell me more.
transformation.
Yes.
It describes Judah washing his clothes in wine, his robes in the blood of grapes.
Whoa.
Now, what does that make you think of?
I'm thinking like abundance,
Abundant
overflowing, but also like
transformation.
radical change. Like this
Yeah.
is
That imagery is so
so
powerful.
powerful. Yeah.
It's like this picture of the world being completely different
Yeah.
under the rule of Yeshua.
Wow. Okay, so we've got battles, we've got prophecies,
We've got abundance.
abundance.
But it's not all like
Yeah.
super intense,
Right.
We also get these little glimpses.
Yeah, like slices of life. I like that with some of the other brothers. Like, let's talk about Zebulun and Issachar.
Two brothers.
Two very different paths.
Yeah. And the text really contrasts them, doesn't it?
It does.
Like Zebulun,
Mm-hmm.
he's our seafaring merchant.
Okay.
He's out there on the coast.
Living a good life.
He's making deals. He's thriving.
Thriving on the coast.
And then you got Issachar.
Yeah.
Issachar's like,
Not so much.
you know what I can like?
Yeah.
Stability.
I like my creature comforts.
Yeah, he's like, I see the value in a good, hard day's work.
He's a hard worker.
He's willing to put in the effort
right.
to maintain that stable lifestyle.
The source even uses the word slave,
It doesn't sugarcoat it.
which is kind of harsh,
Yeah.
but relatable.
The daily grind, we all know it.
Oh, yeah.
Paying taxes, working for that.
Yeah.
Security and stability.
Yeah.
Issachar gets it.
Issachar gets us.
Right. We might not be tilling fields like Issachar was,
Yeah.
but we can relate to that feeling
yeah.
of putting in the work
That's right.
to have a good life.
For sure. Okay, so we've got Zebulun living it up on the coast.
Right.
We've got Issachar
Working hard.
putting in the work.
Right.
And then there's Dan.
Oh, Dan.
Dan's got this leadership thing going on.
Yeah, he's got potential.
But there's this like warning
There's an undercurrent of warning.
Yeah. This sense of
Little unease.
unease. Yeah, like maybe not so good.
Yeah, and this source uses this really vivid imagery.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of scary.
Viper on the road.
Ooh.
A snake that bites the heels of a horse,
Yikes.
causing the rider to fall.
Not the kind of leader I want.
Right.
No.
Not exactly a ringing endorsement.
No, not at all.
So what do we make of that?
I think it's a reminder
Right.
that just because you're in charge,
Yeah.
just because you have that power,
Right.
doesn't mean
Doesn't mean you're using it for good.
you're using it the right way. Yeah.
It's a cautionary tale about what happens when
Yeah.
power goes unchecked.
When it corrupts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like we see that
All the time.
all the time, right?
Yeah.
Sadly.
Sadly.
So it's not enough to just have strength.
It's about character.
character,
Mm-hmm.
using your position
Right.
for good.
Whether you're a leader or not,
Right. We can all.
we can all learn from Dan's mistakes.
That's right.
Okay, so then we have Gad and Asher.
Oh, okay.
And they're interesting because they're kind of like
Yeah. Two sides of the same coin.
two sides of the same coin.
Gad, the warrior.
Yeah, he's always
He's
balanced.
constantly in the thick of it.
Conflict.
Adversity head on.
Wow.
And then you've got Asher
Yeah.
enjoying the fruits of peace. The abundance, like his land is flowing with
Yeah.
oil and grain and all the good stuff.
Living the good life.
He's living the good life. Yeah.
So it's kind of like that balance.
It's like a microcosm, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of what we all go through.
Like,
Yeah.
are you striving for something?
Right. Are you content?
Are you content?
Right.
Where's the balance?
It's so true. And then we get to Naphtali and Joseph,
Okay.
both of them facing their own trials.
Yeah, they've both got their struggles.
Right. But there's this underlying.
Yeah, this real sense of hope, resilience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Naphtali is described as like
Mm-hmm.
quick and graceful,
Yeah.
bringing words of repair and improvement.
It's like, imagine if your words could actually heal.
That's a powerful image.
It is.
Words that uplift and heal.
Especially in those tough times.
Right. And then there's Joseph,
Yeah.
who we all know
Right.
his story,
Betrayal, hardship.
but he comes out the other side
Yes.
stronger.
Seriously, he goes through the ringer and comes out like even more amazing.
He does. The source really highlights that it's like even when he's
Yeah.
tested, he's still strong
Right?
because he remains taught,
Taught. I like that.
strong and resilient.
Mm-hmm.
It even describes his arms
Oh, wow.
and being made nimble by the mighty one of Jacob.
Wow. So there's that connection again.
Right.
That like even when we're going through it,
Mm-hmm.
there's something bigger
Yeah, there's that
helping us through it.
higher power
It's powerful.
that's holding you up.
Yeah, it's like a reminder
Yeah,
that we're not alone.
not alone in our struggle.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we've got Naphtali, we've got Joseph,
Okay.
and then there's Benjamin.
Right.
And he's interesting because he's like
Yeah, he's like
full-on
a
warlord.
warrior man.
Right,
Like we've seen peace.
right.
We've seen abundance,
Leadership.
leadership.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But Benjamin's like,
Yeah.
no, I'm gonna
I'm taking charge.
I'm gonna fight for what I believe in,
Yes.
Right.
Yes. And the source
and the source does not
does not hold back.
hold back.
It describes him as
Like-
devouring his prey.
Devours his prey in the morning,
Whoa.
and then in the evening,
What?
he's still dividing the spoil.
Oh my goodness. He's like
Neither
a stuff.
force.
A force. Yeah.
Yeah, Benjamin's a force to be reckoned with.
That's intense.
Yeah, it's a little intense.
But amidst all of these stories, right?
Yeah.
Amidst all of these blessings, these prophecies,
Yeah.
there's this one thing that Jacob does
Yeah.
that always sticks out to me.
Okay.
He insists
What's that?
on being buried with his ancestors.
Oh yeah.
Like that's his
The
final
final wish.
wish.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is that so important?
That's powerful though.
It is.
Isn't it?
It is. It's like
It's
it's
bigger than him.
legacy,
Popular.
honoring those who came before you.
Mm-hmm.
It's recognizing that like you are part of this
Yeah.
bigger story.
A chain. It's
Yeah.
a chain that connects us.
Yeah. From Abraham to Isaac to Jacob,
And it keeps going.
right down to his sons and then us
Right.
thousands of years later.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And, you know, when you think about all these stories,
Yeah.
it's not just about these 12 brothers.
What is it about then?
It's about us
Okay.
right
yeah.
now. Like, what are our blessings?
Mm-hmm.
What are our curses?
What are the choices we're making?
Are we living up to our potential?
Yeah. Are we fulfilling our purpose?
The good guys.
Are we making our ancestors
Or the bad guys.
proud?
Right.
Or are we messing it all up?
It's like a challenge, you know,
It is.
to really think about
Mm-hmm.
who we are
Who are you?
and what we're doing with our lives.
What kind of legacy are you going to leave behind?
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot to ponder.
Big questions.
Big questions. But that's what we do here
That's what we're here for.
on the deep dive.
That's right.
So until next time, keep diving deep.
Keep those questions coming.
Keep seeking those nuggets of truth.
Those little nuggets.
And remember, we're all part of this.
We're all in this together.
We are.
That's right.
Until next time.
See you later.